Just got back from taking the kid to the bus stop, getting ready for my 4-hour run, and it's cold. It's mostly that the wind is cold, and I have decided that the short sleeve running shirt I have on underneath this is not going to cut it, so I'm gonna go upstairs and get changed. I'm sticking close to home today anyway, so if I feel like I need to come in and change out my shirt real quick at some point, I can just pause and do that. But yeah, it's too cold for short sleeves. Well, as I'm sure you can tell by my hair, it's super windy out today. We're back in the 30s weather-wise, which is fine, I guess. On my 4-hour run, I feel like I experienced every single season because I went out and I had pants and long sleeve running shirt and sunglasses, and I ended up switching out my sunglasses for my visor because it started raining. So it rained on and off a little bit for like the first, I don't know, half hour, and it was super sunny. And I found myself rolling up my sleeves, thinking, wow, it just got warm. And then like a frigid blast of wind would hit me and the sleeves would be rolled back down. So yeah, as of tomorrow, we are exactly 1 month away from Ultra. So getting excited, a little bit nervous, but also excited for Ragnar SoCal coming up in a couple of weeks. Here we are, as usual, late to my wrap-up video. Apparently this is my pattern, is that I will just not get my life together enough to actually film the wrap-up from the weeks until I'm well into the next week. So today is Tuesday of week 23. So today's a rest day. Yesterday, actually, I took an extra rest day as well because my foot was just kind of hurting, and it was just a 4-mile run, and I thought it's better. My personal view is that if I have to skip runs at this point, especially in my training, I'm much better skipping the short runs and sticking with the longer runs, because that's what I really need, is to have the extra mileage in. So I did do a workout, I did a lower body workout, and I went on a short walk, and it seemed fine for that. But again, it was just a little bit stiff, and I wanted to give it some extra rest. My 4-hour training run, which was, so far it's my second longest training run. It was 23 miles, which is slower than the pace that I did my marathon at, but no injury. And I felt like I had better energy management. Like I felt like though I was tired, certainly I could have kept going, which is going to be important considering my ultra is 8 miles longer than what I ran during my 4 hours. So I'm hoping still, I mean, again, my ultimate goal is I just need to finish. There's an 8-hour window to finish the trail run. But my stretch goal would be basically to finish in anything under 6. Like anything under 6 is just gravy. And hopefully, because it's a slight uphill on the way out and a slight downhill on the way back, the back half, like if it was the other way around, it would really suck. Like you're already tired after 15 miles, 15 and a half miles, and then you have to try to run uphill. So fingers crossed, we're gonna finish in under 6 hours. Very excited for Ragnar SoCal, which is in, oh man, at this point, it's like, I'll be flying out in 2 weeks and 2 days. Can't wait to meet some of the members of my team. I know some of them, but not all of them. So that should be a lot of fun. And I have figured out, like, number one, I cannot run in the Ghosts. They're just not the right shoes for me. I actually have another friend who injured himself in a different way, also wearing Ghosts. And for both of us, they're a new shoe. So I'm not saying that they're a bad shoe. They may work very well for some people, but for me, there's something about the cushion. Either it's in the wrong spot or it's changing my gait or something where it's not a good shoe for me. And the other thing I did figure out was that I was overworking my left foot, because again, the ideal way for a road to be set up is either going to be, to keep the water off it, especially in a really wet climate like ours, is to have it be slightly curved like this so that the water runs off to the sides, or if it's slightly curved in like this, to make sure that you have drainage along it. And this is kind of an older trail, so it is like this, and if you're running along the right side, your left foot is always like slightly elevated, at least for the vast majority of the route. And coming back, obviously same thing, because it's like this. So I will not be doing really long runs on that trail anymore, which is kind of a bummer. The good thing is that by sticking close to home, if I need to stop and use the restroom, I always know where one is. Or if I need to stop, like if I find that I didn't bring the right fuel, or if I run out of water, which hasn't happened yet, fingers crossed, but could happen. At least I'm close by and, can get more water, can get different fuel, or can just stop if I'm suddenly not feeling well. Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got. Looking forward to kind of having my last really long training run, which is next week. That's 5 hours. Looking forward to having that done so that I can basically say like I've done, at that point I will consider myself like fully trained. There are a few short runs after that, but once I've done that, like that for me is kind of like basically reaching the end of the training. I still obviously will be running after that, following the schedule as much as possible. But if I feel like I need to take like the last week off before the ultra and rest my foot, I will not stress about that, not worry about that, because I know I'll be able to rest my foot and then complete the ultra in the way hopefully that I want to complete it. I hope everyone out there is having a good week. We got some sunshine up here finally. It's still really cold because of the wind, but really hoping for some nice warm-ish weather for the ultra next month. Have a great week.